This is my first day working Tiza. She's 4 years old, and you can see she's very green working the in-hand stuff. She was very insecure every time I would go to move or ask something of her. She was always pushing into my space, just very normal for a young horse. But my goal in this first session is just to show her that she can stay in her space and to respect my space as well. As you can see here, she gets very nervous and in turn just tries to blow through me. So my first goal is to get her to understand the pressure of the rope halter, and that it will get to a place where I just have to do a light pressure, and she starts to respond to my body language of when I stop and when I go, and that she doesn't pass me. I continue testing her awareness of me by just repeating walking and stopping, and if she pushes through me, just to give her a light bump back with the rope halter, and then to relax the rope halter and walk on again. So she builds confidence in just being led and not trying to run into my space or crowd me with her head and neck. I believe repetition is key in this work. I am not trying to scare her or make her respond out of fear. I just want to develop a trust with this horse and teaching her that she can be confident in her own skin and just to trust the process and to respect the boundaries, and that will make sense to her. And there has to be a give and take. Like, she has to know when she has given me the right answer or is leading to the right answer by the softness in my aid after that and in the reward. A lot of horses respond well to just stopping and being still for a moment and just to do a light pat on their neck. There doesn't even have to be anything real exciting, just to know that you are happy with what they gave you. Makes a big difference in how they're going to respond the next time you ask. Right here you can see me working the backing up and also encouraging her to hustle back forward after the backing. And that's just to create more of an awareness of me and a more clear focus that she is using her brain to her feet and not getting stuck or hesitant. This work will greatly pay off when you have them under saddle going and something frightens them. It only takes a light touch of the hand to reassure them and to bring them back to you and to focus again. She is very guarded on her right side. Anytime I would be in her right eye, she would get very antsy, which is very common for a young horse since we tend to do everything on their left side, such as leading them. So I just make a point to put myself over there as much as possible and to continue to bring her to that place of focus. I really like this exercise, teaching the horse to move around you, but to also curve around the circle properly throughout their body. Most of the time you'll see them want to counterflex or lean into the circle or drop an inside shoulder and just kind of fall in with their haunches. So I'm trying to teach her how to walk around me and to use her front end and hind end separately, teaching her how to not just pivot, but to stand up and turn around the circle without pulling on the rope, teaching her how to have a soft feel with the rope, just to have that slight bend to carry the circle with balance. This first session is all about building rapport with her. I don't want to overwhelm her with the work. It's all going to be pretty straightforward and simple for her to understand, because it takes time to train the horse, not just to react, but to think before they give the answer. So I want to make sure I'm very clear in this first session, just to develop a level of comfort with me. As you notice here, I like to check in with the horse and just see how quickly or how resistant they are to me just doing a light feel with the rope, to what point they roll their jaw and think about bending. Horses are very resistant and guarding in their neck and in their jaw, so I just want to get her feeling that light touch, and then for her to just willingly release the jaw to me. And that takes a level of trust and comfort for a horse to do that. So I just throw that throughout the session just to check in and see how soft or how resistant she may be there. Here's a little reminder that you are working a green horse. Don't put yourself in the line of fire. It's very easy for a horse to spook when they're this young. And at this point in the training, they do not understand your bubble. So that is why I'm doing all of this in hand stuff to teach her that we both have our own space. And through the tools I'm giving her, she will realize she can stay grounded and think through her decision to seek me, that I can help her through the situation instead of just panicking. As you can see here, I'm working on her rolling the jaw, and she feels uneasy, so her reaction is to back away from it and to move her feet. I'm trying to teach her she can just stand and release, and then there's a reward there. That I'm not asking too much of her, but it just takes a moment of thinking through what I'm asking to give in that way. And that first experience with this, they want to just react and move and get out of the situation. Now here I'm just applying some pressure to the rope halter across the bridge of the nose, which is creating pressure on the top of the pole. I want to teach her that she can release to that pressure, so I'm just doing slight, like pulsing pressure to feel that she doesn't have to be pulled down or held down, but that she can just release to that pressure easily, and then she will find relief by giving. And that also takes a level of trust from the horse to put their guard down and allow you to place their head down low. That is a lot for them. So that is a step in the right direction, teaching trust. So just a quick recap, today was all about instilling trust, setting boundaries, and teaching respect, not fear, and just giving her clear and simple equations that she can solve with confidence.